coming up right this moment. I haven't seen him here in a while. I'm glad to see he made it out. Please open your arms, hearts, and minds for Mr. David Little, everybody. Give it up for David Little.
Thank you, Dax. Let's hear it for Dax. A little appreciation. Come on, y'all can do better than that. Dax! I love you, Dax. My name is David Little. For most of you, for you fine ladies that I would love to have sex with, they call me No. For all you ladies that I really, really, really want to have sex with, they call me Hell No. Well, relationships are a bit challenging for me. They're just challenging, just challenging. You said my ex-girlfriend, women always say this, right, fellas? You ever hear this? They say, you never take me out to eat. You hear that ever? You ever take me out? You ever take me out to eat? So, I made her dinner, and I took her outside on the patio. It was a little cold. She didn't think it was very funny either. Yeah. I had another girlfriend. I asked her, I said, she said, you never buy me flowers? So I got her some white ones. Got a 5-pound bag. I even had them sifted. And Jemima, Betty Crocker, they never took their clothes off. They had lots of men. Lots of men. I was, as a baby, I don't recall, but I was told that I was kind of feisty. People would, they want to open your diaper, and look at your package and everything like that. And I think even at a young age, I value privacy, Because they told my mom, said, hey, if they kept your diaper over too long, without changing your diaper, you pee in their face, David. And I said, I can imagine that. I think I got my dad a couple of times. He's like, Kay, my mom's name is Kay. Kay, take this kid. You ever remember your first job? Your first job. Think way back. Not when your parents give you allowance, but when you really went into the workforce. I went into the workforce when I was in the 3rd grade. I was a paper boy. And I didn't, it was kind of a romantic notion to me because as a kid, what are you going to do with money? My romantic notion of money, what I wanted to do with the job? I wanted to take all my friends and all my family to McDonald's. And I'd get everybody Big Macs. And I wanted to buy a Big Mac. That was the big thing with me in the 3rd grade. Yeah, I can do this. Until I got out there and then I started realizing it wasn't as easy as it sounded. My first experience with, I got a complaint, the neighbor said, whoa, he's not putting the paper at the door. And I didn't realize that, you have a right as a kid to say, hey, put your dog away. So I had this one neighbor's yard that was like, I'm thinking, gotta be a man, the dog was out in the yard, and so I gotta get the paper to the front door, gotta get it. And I'm thinking, the dog must be friendly, I grew up during a time when Scooby-Doo was popular, I said, he looked like he was smiling and everything. I didn't realize that he was like, come here, boy. I like brown meat. Get over here. I'm going to eat you alive. Look like I'm smiling. I like a fool. I went there. I went inside the gate. And I'll never forget this. It's like a walk I never did before. It was like, I was like, my shoulders were flinching. The dog was jumping up. He was trying to eat my ears. He thought my ears were like a Scooby snack. I was flailing away, going like this, trying to get to the door. And he was seriously nipping at my ears. It was a German Shepherd, a huge German Shepherd, all on top of me. I threw the paper over and said, I'm getting out of here. This doesn't feel right. He looks like he's happy and smiling and he wants to nibble on me and everything, but I'm getting out of here. So I got fired. That probably saved my life. So that's, I don't know, as a kid, you don't think back to those things. You think back to those things and you go, man, what are some things that I value? I value my life, I'm not going to do this job. Another thing I learned at a young age is privacy. I was about 5, and my grandmother, she could cook. She could cook, just make the house smell good. She like baked stuff. She baked cookies, peach cobbler, pancakes, you know, just always, and she was always making something, you know. And brings up, and this was a Sunday, and then we all lived in one place, in an apartment, you know, so, you know, one bathroom, one place, and everything like that. So one Sunday, I couldn't understand. In the afternoon, she was like, "Oh Lord, oh my goodness!" You know, what's wrong with you? I was taking a bath, right? I was taking a bath. I was just, you know, just a kid taking a bathtub and everything. She, oh, boom, boom, boom. Oh, David, I'm so sorry. Sorry, what? You know, the cookies burned or something? What? You gonna bring me a sample? You know, so she. You know, she comes on and she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I said, "What?" You know, and the next thing I realized, you know, she raises up her dress and she sits down, and the next thing I know is that I hear the sound of popcorn splashing in the water and this vapor that just like, just knocked me out, and I don't recall what happened after then. All I know is that I wanted to like turn into a fish and just like drown and go underwater and imagine what that was like to get out of there. I realized, you know, as a kid, we were poor. We were poor. People talk about, you know, hey, why don't you go on a staycation? Isn't that just another way to say you're poor? You know, you can't afford, you know. I went on a staycation the other day, you know, the Memorial Day weekend. I stayed in bed. You know, I drank and I went to the Bahamas. Poor. We were so poor, we were like, we couldn't afford the O and the R on the end of poor. We were just poor. I was so poor that, you know, we had, the name of my health coverage, it was free, but it was called Get Over It. I had a guy the other day, and we were talking about the subject, you know, and he said, you know, David, you know, he got up and left, you know, in the middle of my sentence, I was talking to him. He said, I said, "What are you walking away like that?" He said, "Man, I'm so poor, I can't afford to pay attention to you." Crazy way to die. What's another crazy way to die? You know, I don't want to die as food. I don't want to be something's food. I started thinking a couple of years ago, there was a true story in San Francisco Zoo. These teenagers were harassing this tiger. And the tiger got so pissed off, he cleared up a 15 to 20 foot fence. Climbed over, his nails broke. He was so pissed off because they were throwing stuff at him. And he got over the top, you know, oh, he got one of them, you know. And the other one, you know, he got him, he was biting him and, you know, eating him, and, you know, and they said, you know, he licked his, you know, just near the end, before they killed him. They killed the tiger. Before they shot the tiger, they killed him. You know what the tiger said? He's licking his paws, you know, and he said, "This guy tastes great!" He must have been related to Tony.
Okay, this is the part where I need my volunteers. Okay, now if I had a bus service, this is the fun part. If I had a bus service, I would call it Bus and Move. Bus and Move. What happens with this bus service? We'll wait for you. You can do your run and everything. We'll wait for you to get on the bus. But when you get on the bus, you're going to have to earn your stay. You're going to have to bust a move. It'll be like a Soul Train line. You got passengers on your left, passengers on your right. And they're gonna be the judge. They're gonna sit and they're gonna watch whether you get to stay on the bus. And by applause, you'll see if you get to stay or if you get to get off. Okay, so we're getting on. Who wants to get on the bus? Come on up. Come on. Okay, we got two guys with balls. Come on. Where's the lady with the breast with the like? Okay, we got three guys with balls. Okay. Okay, cool. We're on the bus here. All right. We're taking one at a time. All right. First, let's give these guys a round of applause. Yeah. Steel balls, just cracking all up in here. It's like, ouch. Yeah. All right, so who wants to go first to see if we get on the bus? Okay, so what we're going to do, we need a soul clap. We're going to do the soul clap, and then we're going to have passengers on the bus. We're running late. We got things to do. We got to bust and move. So you guys will get about maybe 10 seconds, and we're going to get a soul clap, and you're going to get a chance to bust and move. Going down the aisle right here. You know how as you get on the bus, you get that red carpet walk down the aisle, and everybody's checking your shoes out, watching everything. So, okay, so let's go. Let's get a soul clap. Can we get a soul clap? 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 Bust a move, 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 bust a move. Here we go, here we go, here we bust a move, bust a move, bust a move. That's number one. Here's number two. Bust a move, bust a move. Get back over here. You're not done yet. Come on, bust a move. Bust a move. Bust a move. Bust a move. Number two. Number 2. Okay. Number 3. Number 3. Bust the move. Bust the move. Bust the move. Bust the move. Did he stay on the bus? Did he stay on the bus? Bust the move. Bust the move. Here, number 1. Does he stay on the bus? Number 1. Does he stay on the bus? Number 1. Does he get off the bus? By applause. Number 1. Does he get off the bus?
Get off the bus!
Okay, you got more applause for that. He gets to stay on the bus. Give him a round of applause. Number 2. There's number 2. How did he get his? How did he do? By applause. Does he get to stay on the bus? Good. Number 2. Wait. Does he have to stay off the bus?
Yeah.
Oh, he got it. Man, you got that. Okay, number 3. The one that's okay, number 3, does he get off the bus? Okay, you get to stay on the bus, you get to stay on the bus. Give them all a round of applause, give them all a second round of applause.